We are ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So USC's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Looking to throw on second down. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Illinois Fighting Illini now go on offense, and they'll have it for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in the Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in. You know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth. A lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shove this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense, is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well, but you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so
and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent. Cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to...
And he breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Illinois lining up quickly. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
You got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal block on the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20.
Get set.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Leaves it with the back. On the move is the 30. Smashes through the tackle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking to throw, it's Yates. He's got it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illinois! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, USC. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kickoff.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Yates. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's right on target. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they...
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Trojans! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Yates. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Got his man downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Illini! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little.
And he's running in the open. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. And that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, and the ball's loose.
Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situation. They tried to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
Fires one high and deep. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
Well, you wonder if the defense is...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Yates. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it and still on his feet. Good, solid tackle.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man on the right. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Trojans. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Now on second down after the short completion. Off the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Third and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure.
Touchdown USC! And the stomping has commenced. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now.
And they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He'll field the punt and look for room.
The returner is brought down at the 40, and the USC offense will take over.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Gets open down the middle. At the 35, he's open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground.
He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts...
Touchdown, Trojans! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He leaves it with his back. Powers through the defender. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Legal flag in the back. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Yates. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Here comes the option. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Trojans look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll try the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They cough it up inside. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Hauls it in, looking for space.
The returner is brought down at the 36. And the USC offense will take over.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block on the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get to him. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. Goes to the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the beatdown has ensued. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Back to pass, it's Yates. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
You got to love the defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Got it. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds space on the right. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down like they did right there.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on.
The expressway is wide open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Swings it out to his running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Yates. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They keep attacking through the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete now.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you look.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it's...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.